Good morning, children. How are you all? So already we discussed two lessons, that is first lesson food components and second lesson acids and bases. Already we have completed. Now coming to third lesson. See, already we have discussed about this lesson in 6th class also, isn't it? Now here there is a one small, this lesson is belongs with a story only. So here two friends are there, Nilima and Reshma. They visited to garden. While plucking the flower, what happens? A caterpillar fall on Nilima's dress. She shouted and she started crying. What is this? What is this? So Reshma came and she throws it away. So what Reshma said? No, this is a caterpillar. All caterpillars are not harmful. Some caterpillars are useful too. So what she said, the dress which you are wearing is also fiber. This fabrics we get from the caterpillar only. So she started thinking, yes, about this fibers we discussed in 6th class also. So many questions are arised in Nilima's brain. What are the, see how this caterpillars will produce the fibers, from where we get these fibers? She started thinking. So now the fibers already we discussed in 6th class about the plant fibers, cotton, jute, coconut. These are the fibers we get from the plants, isn't it? And we can make many more things with these fibers, isn't it? Many more fabrics we can make by using these fibers. So like this we get some fibers from the animals also. The fibers which we get from the animals are called animal fibers. So now here we are going to know about the animal fiber and the process involved in getting the fiber from the animals. Animal fiber. Okay, fine. So the fibers which we get from the plants and animals are called natural fibers. They are called natural fibers. We are getting from the nature. They are called natural fibers, isn't it? So now natural fiber. The fibers which are obtained from the plants and animals are called natural fibers. Now Nilima decided to visit an exhibition to know the process involved in making the fabrics from the fibers. She visited a sericulture exhibition. What is sericulture? Wearing of silk moth. Wearing of silk moth to obtain the silk to make the fabrics is called sericulture. Wearing of silk moth, like apiculture. What is apiculture? Wearing of honeybees is to get honey, to obtain honey is called apiculture. In the same way, what is pisciculture? Pisciculture means wearing of fishes is called pisciculture. In the same way, horticulture, to get the fruits and vegetables from the fruit garden or vegetable garden, or isn't it? It's called horticulture. So in the same way, sericulture, wearing of silk moth to get silk fabrics is called sericulture. Understood what is sericulture? Now how it looks? What is a silk moth? It looks like a butterfly only. It looks like a butterfly only. It looks like a butterfly only. Silk moth is nothing but it looks like a butterfly. Now, she visited to stall 1. Stall 1. She visited to stall 1. In exhibition only. Extra moth. That is. So, you know, the silk moth lays the eggs. The Don't forget. The eggs of the silk moth are called seeds. What do you call? Seeds. What do you call? Seeds. Isn't it? They are called seeds. Now, here, what happens in now the Pratima? Pratima is handling this stall. The name of the girl is Pratima. She is explaining her. So what this silk moth is also called, what do you call it? Is a Bombyx mori. Bombyx mori is the scientific name for silk moth. Bombyx mori, or another name of the silk moth is, what do you call it, is a Chilakalu. That is Telugu name is Chilakalu. Chilakalu is Telugu name. The scientific name of the silk moth is Bombyx mori. Now, what she is explaining to Nilima. Nilima visited to exhibition. Pratima is explaining, see, in this eggs, the moths will lay the eggs. The female moth lays the eggs. These eggs are very, very tiny eggs are laid. Each moth lays about 500 eggs and goes die. After laying 500 eggs, approximately 500 eggs each moth lays, and after laying the eggs, the moth dies. Next, another is there, eggs. Very small, tiny eggs. What are the stages of the silk moth? What are the stages of the silk moth? Egg, larva, pupa, adult. Life cycle of silk moth. Egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Adult moth. Adult moth. These are the stages involved in the life cycle of a silk moth. Isn't it? So, here each moth lays about 500 eggs and die. Now, these eggs, where you get these eggs, you will get the eggs in the one department will be there in the sericulture, where from moth, in all the stages, the people will come and buy this. In all the stages, some people will come and take directly the silk moth, or some will come and take the eggs, or tiny worms also they take. Isn't it? So these eggs are allowed to grow, hatch on the white papers. In the white papers or white cloth. They are allowed to hatch on white cloth or white paper. This is what you call it as greenages, where you get the seeds or tiny worms. They are called greenages, and there is a very big seed growing center in Chittoor district. The name of that seed growing center is Horsley Hills. Horsley Hills in Chittoor district, where you get all the stages of the silk moth. The people will come from different districts, Karnool, Kadapa, Mahbubnagar, and they come and purchase this. Some will take directly the eggs, or some will take tiny worms also, or some will take the cocoons also. Isn't it? So here, these eggs are held into tiny worms, very small worms. Then these worms again they have to transfer it into cane frames. These cane frames now, simply they will not grow, they need feeding also. Isn't it? They need feeding. What is the food for these tiny worms? See, these tiny worms will be displaced on the bed of mulberry leaves, chopped mulberry leaves, very, very small pieces will chop. These mulberry leaves will be chopped in very, very small pieces, and they are transferred into this. They feed these mulberry leaves. What is the food for the worms? Mulberry leaves. What is the food for the worms? Mulberry leaves. So Nilima was very happy by listening all this, how the process is taking place in the sericulture, how nicely the Pratima is explaining to her. Now, so where you get this, what are these greenages? You will buy the different stages of the silk moth. You can take the tiny worms, you can take even caterpillars. What are caterpillars? Larvae only, isn't it? You can take it. So these are called drainages. Horsley Hills, this is very big seed growing center in Chittoor district. Very big seed growing center is there. So from different state, the people will come and buy. Kadpa, Kurnool, Mahbubnagar and other states, they will come and buy the worms or caterpillars or cocoons. Isn't it? Depends. Isn't it? So next visit, we will discuss about the further process, how this tiny worms grows into a caterpillar, develops into a caterpillar. This we will discuss in the next class. Thank you, children.